Hello everyone, Grandma here.
And Grandpa.
Today we are in beautiful Oyster Bay, New York on Long Island.
Oyster Bay is a small town on the north shore of Long Island that was established in 1653 when English settlers made their first land purchase from the Matinacock Indian tribe.
That was 123 years before the United States was founded in 1776.
It got its name in the early 1600s because it was a large bay where fine oysters could be found.
Today there is a town beach and a park along the harbor that is a lovely place to spend some time in the summer.
Grandma and I like to walk along the beach.
The park has a Theodore Roosevelt Memorial Area since Theodore Roosevelt was a resident of Oyster Bay from 1886 until he died in 1919. There is an American flag flying in his honor.
The memorial area of the park is meant for passive use only so that people can enjoy the serenity of it. Active recreation and sports are prohibited.
It is a very restful area where people can sit and relax and think and enjoy their natural surroundings.
We like to sit there and enjoy scenic harbor views.
There are refreshment stands on the beach, picnic areas, tennis courts, a playground, and launching ramps for boats.
After we left the park, we went to Bonanza's.
The Bonanza stand of Oyster Bay has been in business for over 100 years.
It is located at 25 Shore Avenue in Oyster Bay, New York.
Philip Bonanza Jr., the current owner of the stand, is a fourth-generation owner.
His great-grandfather, John Bonanza, immigrated from Italy in the late 1900s for a better life in America with his recipe for lemon ices and a dream to sell homemade Italian ices.
The Bonanza family has been selling Italian ices since 1897. That's 125 years.
The original business started out as a pushcart in Canarsie, Brooklyn. Later, they sold ices out of their home in Oyster Bay, and then in the 1920s, they established their location where the stand still is today, in what once was a chicken coop.
This is somewhere that my family has been coming for almost as long as they have been in business. My parents used to come here when they were young, and they took me here when I was a child.
And we took our kids here when they were children.
Back then there were only two flavors of Italian ices to choose from, lemon or chocolate.
I think at that time they only sold hot dogs, peanuts, and sodas, but we always came here for the ices.
Today they sell over 40 flavors of Italian ice, as well as hot dogs, fries, nachos, pretzels, and other fast foods.
They have a very extensive menu with a lot to choose from.
They are a very popular local destination, especially in the summer since they are close to the park and the beach and the ball fields.
Our daughter got a hot dog with mustard and relish and a chocolate Italian ice.
We sat at the picnic tables they have in the back of the stand.
Grandma got a pina colada flavored Italian ice.
And Grandpa got a chocolate Oreo flavored Italian ice.
But we ate them so fast that we forgot to film them, so here are the empty cups.
Then we took a walk around the town.
This is the town hall building.
We walked along Main Street where they have quaint little shops, bars, and restaurants.
Many of the buildings are very old.
We found a little bookstore called Theodore's Books and enjoyed browsing around the store at the many books and gift items.
Nobleman's Hardware has been in business since 1910.
We looked at the Adirondacks chairs that they had for sale and their other summer essentials.
This building on the corner was Snouder's drugstore.
This is what it looked like when it was restored to its original colors back in the 1990s.
It was established in 1884 and was the oldest continuously operating business in Oyster Bay until it closed in 2010. For years it had the only telephone in the entire town.
When Theodore Roosevelt became governor of New York State and then later president, the press would gather at Snouder's to transmit the news from Oyster Bay to the rest of the world. Any messages for the president had to be telephoned through the drugstore.
Today it is undergoing a complete renovation. There will be shops and a snack bar at the street level, and rental apartments are being constructed on the top floor.
This building is Raynham Hall. It is a very old house that was built in 1740. It was used by the British during the Revolutionary War. The British occupied all of New York City and Long Island.
For 6 months, from 1778 to 1779, this home served as headquarters for a regiment of over 300 British troops called the Queen's Rangers, and their commander, Lieutenant Colonel John Simcoe, who quartered himself in the house alongside the Townsend family who lived there.
Daily officers' meetings were held in the front parlor, and the presence of British officers became part of everyday life for the residents.
After the war, Lieutenant Colonel Simcoe founded the city of Toronto and served as governor of Upper Canada.
Today, Raynham Hall is a museum. You could tour the house and also visit the small museum and gift shop located next door to it.
We've toured the house in the past, but it was our first time visiting the small museum and shop.
Rumor has it that the house is haunted by Sally Townsend, who was one of the residents at the time of the war, and the property is haunted by a man with a dark coat with brass buttons who rides a white horse. Visitors report strange occurrences.
Musician Billy Joel owns a shop called 20th Century Cycles that has his extensive motorcycle collection on display. They have renamed part of the street Billy Joel Way.
There is also a railroad museum by the train tracks.
From there, we went to the Feast of St. Rocco in Glen Cove, New York.
We walked around and looked at the many booths that they had selling all kinds of different festival foods.
This is the Church of St. Rocco, who holds the feast every year. This year was their 49th year, and next year will be their 50th anniversary celebration.
There was a very popular pasta pavilion with a long line of people waiting to get inside and eat pasta.
It was very hot and humid that day. I think it was like 95 degrees.
They have a large statue of Our Lady of Fatima with 3 children on the grounds of the church.
We walked around for a while and looked at the many booths selling all kinds of merchandise. Much of it was with an Italian theme to it.
Lots of Italian jewelry.
They also had a carnival midway with rides and games to play.
Grandpa finally decided that he wanted to get some Zeppelis, so we bought a bag of freshly made Zeppelis covered with powdered sugar.
We ate them in the car so we could sit in the air conditioning.
This is Marty. She was waiting outside for us when we got home.
She wanted to know if we had brought her anything and was a bit disappointed when we told her that we didn't see anything that we thought cats might like.
We'll try to get you something next time, Marty.